What is up, Supra channel? Welcome back to another video. Guys, what do we have here? We have another Supra in for some TLC over here at the Supra channel garage, backyard, whatever you want to call it, guys. This is Tulio Supra. He was recommended by a good buddy of mine, Pavel. He used to have a Supra back in the day, and they worked together, and he kind of recommended to him, so he kind of recommended me to him, so shout out to him for that, guys. Guys, this is a another white one, surprisingly. The only difference, this is a right-hand drive. First right-hand drive here we have at the garage that I've been working on. Clean car, guys. It's let's see, it's a stock twin turbo 6-speed. I believe is a 96. Just in for some maintenance work, guys. Nothing crazy. It's on stock twins. We're just basically gonna go over the car. We're gonna change engine mounts, transmission mounts. We got to replace the fan cover that got damaged here, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually take out the radiator, flush out the radiator fluid while we're here, change the oil, spark plugs, you know, just kind of make sure the car is running good. But yeah, nothing serious on this guy. Just kind of figured I'll show you guys what's going on here, since I haven't really posted much lately, but I keep busy, man, you know. All right, so we have here all OEM parts, TRD engine mounts, TRD transmission mount, NGK spark plugs, oil filter, this fuel filter, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. We're replacing the factory fuel filter, fan shroud, and oil. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. There's not much to talk about this, guys. There's no just gonna be a lot of time lapse. The engine mounts, the way I'm gonna plan on doing it is actually I'm gonna lift up the car on jack stands, and then I'm probably gonna try to go in here with the engine hoist and try to lift up the motor from here, and maybe it'll just come out, you know, obviously with the transmission mount loose, you know, the same way you drop the motor in, which makes sense that it should lift up. So let's see if that works out. I actually never done that inside the car, so let's see. It's a first for me. So probably the most annoying part of the whole work here was lifting up the car. That's done, guys. It's extremely hot out here, man. It's feels like it's 100 degrees out, not gonna lie, but she's up in the air. I'm gonna get under now, start taking out the belly pan out, checking out the bottom, make sure everything's fine, and I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the engine mounts right away, guys. I'm gonna go for the hardest part first, and then we'll work our way to the smaller stuff. So again, I'm gonna set up the time lapse. I try to cut it down, you know, as much as I can to kind of like break anything important, but you know, it's nothing big deal. It's just 19 in the bottom of the engine mount, and I think it's like a 14 or 17 on top, so it shouldn't be a big deal. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so first time here under the car. This is more for the owner to see, guys. I'm gonna board you, just kind of looking it over. You know, everything looks pretty decent. I think the car has about 115,000 miles when you add out the kilometers. But yeah, we're gonna take out this belly pan because remember the fan shroud broke, and I see there's like some stuff in here, so that's pretty much it. But the car looks pretty clean for what it is, you know. No rust, you know, pretty basic stuff, completely stock, you know. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Exhaust is actually pretty nice. We thought it had some crazy modified stuff, but it actually looks really decent. That's like a 2.5 to like a 3-inch. I want to say that's like an HKS, maybe a high power. I'm not sure what I know, but it definitely looks HKS. I could tell because of the clamp. All right, covers off. So this I guess a heat insulator is part of this. I didn't even know this belly pants came in one of these, but this one's pretty destroyed, so at this point we might as well just take it off. It's not really doing anything, so that's cool. I didn't know that. It's a first for me. Small little details here, nothing major, but Savage, I put this on, couldn't even put the clamp on normal. I mean, little things like that, guys, are just like stupid that, you know, I don't even know how you could get that wrong. Reason why we're taking out the radiator too, guys, just to slide it in, it's going to be a lot easier. Remember, you got the stock piping over here, so it's just easier to drain out the radiator, take the whole thing out, kind of come in here with the, you know, with the shroud already on the new one, slide it down, you know, and all you gotta do is just connect those holes over here, and the, you know, electronics for the fan, there's just a plug, the temp sensor down here, and it's pretty much done, man. It's just gonna be a lot easier that way. So that's the reason why we're really doing the radiator flush, because this radiator looked like it's been replaced. And actually, we might have to put a new O-ring in here because it looked like it might have like a small leak. Check this out. So that O-ring looked like it just kind of gave way, and it looked like it was leaking out some coolant here. So we're gonna definitely have to do change the O-ring here. Power steering wise, it looks good. Usually these boots are pretty, you know, worn out and whatnot. That looks fine. And everything else down here, guys, is just pretty much dirty. You know, it's nothing. You know, the car is 30 years old, and you know, it's lived a little. You know, what's the best way to describe that? But yeah, let's go ahead and loosen up the engine mounts. Again, I believe this is a 19 over here, and then there's a 17 on the top side. It's a pain in the butt to get to, but I'm gonna try the best way I can on both sides. Man, with those stock twin turbos there, that's gonna be a challenge. We'll see how I do that. So, and then transmission mount back here. All right, little update here. Took out the strut bar, radiators out. Finally got the two nuts out of here. This top one over here, man, was the smaller one. The 14 was a pain in the butt to get out. There's not much space here, so I ended up taking off the radiator for more access without the holes. I'm gonna go ahead and lift up this side now and get this mount replaced, which will be the passenger side or driver side on the JDM, and then the passenger side or the driver side on USDM would be a little more complicated because there's more stuff in the way. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to take out the actual bracket off the block and maybe just slide it out completely that way. All right, got the engine mount out. Total pain in the ass. Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Looks pretty normal, nothing serious. Yeah, it was a big pain in the ass, man. So this is how much the motors come up. This holes, I forgot to take it on, expand it out. Yeah, just total pain in the ass, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and see, we're putting the new one now and see if it just goes in. All right, got the driver side or turbo side, passenger side on the USDM installed. Man, total pain in the ass. Been at it for I don't know how many hours. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier, man. It's not fun. So now we're at this side, the intake side, and I'm gonna take off the actual bracket off the block. I'm starting with that bracket here that goes all the way to there, just to have access to the screws. So it's just a lot more clearing on this side of little stuff to get to it. But yeah, this side is we're gonna take the bracket off the actual block, and then maybe it'll be easier to slide out that way than actually try to take them apart. Got my old man helping me out here. He's taking off the transmission mount while I'm working on this side. Looks like the tranny's got a leak in the back of the yoke in the back, which is pretty, I'm gonna say somewhat common, but that's what's causing the tranny mount to go bad. Yeah, out of all the mounts, the tranny mount is the one that seems to be the worst out of all of them. All right, check out the tranny mount, how bad it was. Here you can actually see, you can actually squeeze it. This one's hard as a rock. But yeah, this was pretty worn out. It was definitely time for change. Here's the new one. Thanks to my old man, he's helping me out. I'm still working on this side for the engine mount. Hasn't been easy, man. It's 4th of July that I'm not gonna forget, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, let's keep at it. Man, I am beat. This side, you know, it's less work as far as trying to squeeze it in there and whatnot, but it's just a lot of patience to take those 4 bolts out of the block out. Not sure if you can see. Now you're not gonna be able to see much from here, so I'm not even gonna show you. But this is a whole arm and the actual engine mount. And yeah, to get these out, these 2 weren't that bad. This one was whatever. This one was a pain in the butt because the oil cooler is right here, so you have just that much space to work with. And then you can't even use the ratchet 14 that I had here because it's too big and it won't go around. So I had to do it literally, you know, by hand and with the 14. So it's very time consuming. If you even see, like, I had my towels there, I had my head there resting. That's how time consuming it is. I was finding myself a comfortable spot to do it. So at least this side we're able to take it out, so might as well clean her up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Alright, done. Alright, so at least it's all cleaned up on this side now. Mount is back on, all the 4 bolts. It's out on the time lapse. I try to get this one. Basically now it's just put all the stuff together, a ground that I took off, sensors, a bunch of stuff like this little bracket down here. So it's pretty much just putting everything back into place. You gotta do the fuel filter. My old man went ahead and did the tranny mount for me, so I was like, he got that out of the way for me. All right, gonna go ahead and replace the fuel filter now with the new one here. I was just kind of looking at it. I never really replaced a stock one in my life, so another first for me. Looks pretty straightforward. Looks like a 17 and I want to say a 14 in the back, and then just 10 for the brackets and the ground here. Fuel filter is on. You guys saw on time lapse. Old one's out. This thing leaked oil, gas like no end. Definitely a lot more than my car. So, but yeah, that's done. Let's go ahead and do the oil. Just taking off some of this big grease down here, you know, build up from years of, you know, use and stuff, so it doesn't look all that bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this oil hasn't been changed in a very, very long time. Crazy. Gotta love the 2J. I've been just crunching it, trying to finish before it's dark, and as you can see, kind of caught to me. Cleaned up the cover, took out that mat that I had. I'm gonna put on the cover. Fixed the lip somewhat because it was missing at least like 5 or 6 screws. Try to straighten it out, open new holes on it, try to make it as even as possible because this thing was even like silicone on. It was pretty half-assed, so fixed that as much as the best as I could. So yeah, we got a cover left, and then I'm gonna put in oil, obviously oil, coolant, and then change the plugs, and that's it. We're done. Hey guys, welcome back. Another day here. I took yesterday off, man. I was beat. This car definitely killed me. Check out. This is my left hand here. Check out my right hand, all those scars. Man, the one thing I will say after this, I will not recommend changing engine mounts inside of the car when the motor's in there, unless it's like very, very, like, you know, life or death, or just try to avoid it, period, man. It was not fun at all. That thing took almost 7 hours of work, and yeah, it wasn't fun at all, guys. So going back here, what's left here? I need to do the spark plugs. Also went yesterday to my buddy's house, Richard's. Shout out to him. He hooked me up with this hose here, which is this pipe here. When I lifted up the motor to change the engine mount, it actually cracked over here. You can't see because it kind of went back into place, but I need to replace this one with this because that one cracked, and go ahead and do the spark plugs. And we're just gonna look around, make sure the brakes are fine, you know, just regular maintenance stuff. I gotta cap this off, just kind of go over the car, and that's it. We'll be done with it. I'm gonna take a little test drive, make sure everything's fine, and that's gonna be the end of this car. But yeah, just kind of wanted to throw it out there, guys. Changing the engine mounts was not fun at all. It's just a lot of work, especially to get the driver's side over here. I don't know if it's like the stock twin turbos, the way it is, man. There's just no space in there. It was just a pain in the butt, man. I'm glad my dad was here to help me out, because it took both of us prying on it to kind of get it to pop out, the old one, and then to pop in the new one as well. So it was not fun at all. All right, so got this stuff taken off here. So just in case, you never know. I mean, it looks clean. You know how usually you mess up, I mean, not mess up, but you know how you guys usually take off these valve covers, I mean, not valve covers, the cover on the valve covers, and you see all these you know, the, man, I can't even, all the coil packs, all the clips are all like harassed and stuff. This stuff looks like it's never really been messed around with, so it might, who knows, might be the original spark plugs in there, never been touched. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. All right, coil packs out. I will take my previous statement back. These are kind of soft, not too hard, but I know these, just by touching them, if they were pretty old, they were brittle and they'll snap right off. So yeah, this has definitely been replaced before. If it was, you know, 30 years old with all those heat cycles, for sure they would have been bad. We have coil packs here. I'll clean off the ends with some brake parts cleaner, but you know, nothing crazy, pretty normal stuff. And yeah, let's go ahead and take out these plugs out. All right, guys, here are the plugs from left to right, first all the way to 6. looking for a pretty even wear, or you know, the bottom and down here, they all seem pretty even. These are Denso iridiums. They look kind of old school, so it looks like they've been in there for a while. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get a new fresh set of plugs in there. Again, everything looks clean. Usually valve covers will kind of be leaking, you know, for something this high mileage or whatnot, so maybe they've been replaced before. All right, got the coil packs cleaned up, blow them out with the compressor, clean the boots with some brake parts cleaner. Let's go ahead and drop them in and just put everything back together here. Fresh plugs are back in there. All the clips are on. What I did notice, spark plugs were pretty loose, kind of like I'll even like say maybe hand tight. Didn't take that much force. One hand I was able to get them out, so that was the only thing that I saw unusual. Also, one of the screws that holds the coil packs, I guess they confused it for one of the bolts that holds the valve covers, so that kind of stripped out, so I was able to find the longer screw and it caught on. I was good. So yeah, guys, pay attention when you do coil packs, and if you're doing coil packs and valve covers together, the screws in here and the coil packs are longer than the ones on the valve covers, so you don't mix them up. Okay, spark plug situation all figured out, done. Covers back on. Put on the other cap here that we're missing. Changed this one because it was all brittle and all old. I had some black worm clamps there that I had extra, so I went ahead and put them on this so they matched up and got rid of this. Black looks nicer anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead now, put on the intake back on, intercooler piping here, and just kind of go over the last final touches, check the brakes, and I think we'll be done. All right, all wrapped up here in the engine bay, guys. Everything's put back together. Give it a little wipe down. Yeah, did the best I could, man. Put it on a new vacuum line. The other one that was there was so cheap ones. Give them a decent silicone one. Longer, the other one was kind of tight, so that sits a little better. This pipe was a little crooked. I fixed that for him. Put the strut bar back on, and that's it. We are done here. Just gonna check the brakes now, and should be ready for pickup. Well, actually, we're gonna take a spin first, make sure that everything's fine, and then we'll call him so he can come pick it up. All right. Front brakes here. If you see closely, they're not horrible. I'll say they have about 70-75% life left, so not too bad there. I'm gonna check out the rear now, just in case they never replaced them. But I'm assuming if they did those rotors, let's see, they did the back too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went ahead and did new pads when they did those rotors, so let's see anyway. So rears, like I guess they have about 80%. You know, rears don't have that much abuse on them, so not too bad. I will say, on a side note, these new style CCWs, man, they have no comparison to the classics, man. It's crazy. They changed such a nice design for this, man. I don't know if these are not super spec, but they look super thin. That 40 bolt, it looks different, man. It just doesn't look like a classic. Yeah, I wouldn't trade mine at all, man. So don't even ask, man. I get constant messages on Instagram with the wheels that are for sale. They're not for sale. So yeah, that's that. All right, guys. This is right-hand drive, so this is kind of not the norm for me. You're wondering why these things are so low, it's because they don't have no brackets on right now. They're actually they're loose in here. So he's still deciding which style seat he's gonna go with, and he still needs to get the bracket for the car. So yeah, so just in case you're wondering why I'm sitting so low. So right now we're just taking a spin on the car just to make sure everything's fine and whatnot. Crazy after, you know, you have a 1400 horsepower car and, you know, 800 horsepower GS automatic, whatever. And once you drive these things like stock, they actually drive pretty nice, man. been that cap that was on the other pipe. Maybe had a boost leak through there. So. Alright guys, just took Tulio Supra for a nice spin. Probably say been driving for about 15 minutes now. Came over here to the corner of the house, which is a nice open area. Took some pictures here. You know, the rain's kind of moving in, so I'm gonna get back home. I'm not gonna stick around too much in the rain, especially it's not my car. I don't really like driving, you know, people's cars like that. But guys, for a stock twin turbo car, man, she's running beautiful. I have her idling. She's solid. AC works, everything works, man. It's she's doing good, guys. So I'm sure he's gonna be happy with it, and I'm sure someone's gonna question about the engine mounts, guys. Again, hard work. I wouldn't recommend it. It's not the funnest thing to do with the motor inside the car, guys. So definitely consider that. I'll say from a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 9.5. Look at all the baddest cars, man. This car kicked my butt. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Later.